Hello everybody and welcome to video number 97 in Sports Science Hacks, where today I'm going to speak about doing a research placement at Leicester City Football Club. Before I get into that, I do have some other videos on this channel related to work in high performance sport. If you're enjoying this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. Okay, so going back to Leicester City, I was doing my dissertation at Nottingham Trent in 2016 and my study needed a football team. And luckily, I ended up at my hometown club, Leicester City, working with the academy for around about 2 months. This was towards the end of the season when Leicester won the league. They shared facilities with the first team as well, so it was an amazing time to be there just as a fan. But going on to the performance stuff, I'll keep it very brief, you don't need to know about this. It was simply a study just about injury prevention. How did I make this happen? I think this is the bit you're most interested in. I just asked. There's no real big secret you're going to take away from this video, it's simplicity. I just asked teams if I can get involved. And it wasn't an easy ride. I went to Derby County first, got a no. Went to Notts County, got a no. Nottingham Forest, you can guess the outcome of this one, got a no. And Plan D was a very good Plan D. I was at Leicester City Football Club and got to work with some very good young players who have gone on to have very successful careers. What did I learn from being at Leicester City? Well, really, this bit's about the first team. I didn't work with the first team, but as mentioned, the academy shared facilities, so I did have one eye on the first team whilst I was there. High standards. A bit like I mentioned with Leicester Tigers, just every single day, players, staff, everyone's on it. No one was kind of falling behind. The recruitment was excellent as well. I'm not just talking about the players, that's well documented, but what's underrated is the staff at the club. At all levels of staff were magnificent. And nobody got complacent either. No complacency set in throughout the whole season. Even though Leicester were top for quite a long period of time throughout that season, it never got to their heads. So that was something that was really cool to see behind the scenes. Personally, my own performance, please take this on board if you're thinking of going to do a placement in any sort of form of professional sport. There's things I could have done better that you can think about too. I should have had more conversations with staff. Kind of went in there with my head down. I had my study to do, got my data, didn't want to disturb anyone, everyone looked a bit busy. Of course there's etiquette, but looking back I should have tried to force a few more conversations to learn from people that work for a really good football club. I should have spent more time on site. It's not like I got my data and ran out the door, but I should have had a couple of hours more here or there when I was at the club. Again, just to have conversations, just be around the club. And finally, I should have offered my services more. I'm not saying I had really anything impressive to offer, but I did have experience in high performance sport already. I should have just said, look, okay, is there anything I can do? Just give you a hand. Any sort of small job, let me know. I didn't really do that. I just got my data and left. So these are a few regrets I have. Please bear that in mind if you're thinking of going into sport in the future. My advice to you to finish off, you can work with top teams. Don't feel it's out of your grasp. You'll go there and see that people are just the same as you, 2-1 in sports science, or a 1-1 maybe, a master's, some qualifications, and that's something you can do too. You just have to ask. I've mentioned this already. Just ask. I got, 3 rejections before I found a club, a very good club luckily, but it won't always go to plan. You just have to keep asking and eventually you will get an opportunity. But it helps if you have something to offer. In the past, I got a lot more no's because I wasn't offering anything. It's just, can I come and have a look? Some teams still say yes, and I recommend you keep doing that. But if you're doing a master's, you're doing a project or a PhD, you're giving them something as well. You're collecting data for them to learn more about their players. So if you have something to offer, it does get a bit easier to get in the door. Okay, thank you for watching this short video. If you'd like to learn more about my experience at Leicester Tigers, I recommend you give that a watch. If you have aspirations to work in high performance sport, I've done a video step by step how you can get a job at Manchester United. Okay, thanks for tuning in and I'll see you in the next video.